All right, and I'm Tricia Turner. I am here to bring you the first market update for August 2024. Good news, definitely. Number one, interest rates are coming down in case you have not been paying attention. I've been doing this for about 22 years. I am a real estate broker, and I've been through three now downturns in the market. This one that we are experiencing right now, or hopefully on our way out of, has been really one that was unpredictable, unforeseen, and definitely had no idea how long it was going to last. Because if you recall, in June of 2022, interest rates started climbing from an all-time low where they had been for about 10 years. So as interest rates started climbing, we saw home sales start declining. Lots of buyers either could not qualify any longer, B, could not qualify for what they used to, therefore they no longer were interested in purchasing the home that they now can qualify for. And those kind of things were happening. Sellers were reluctant to give up that lower interest rate, therefore they stopped wanting to sell their homes. 85% of home sales are due to a life change. So unless they were dying, having babies, getting divorces, or being transferred, they likely weren't selling their homes, right? Well, 2023 came rolling along and we actually hit an all-time high of 8%, but that's not an all-time high in the last decade, right? 8% interest, which was like everything came to a screeching halt. Fewer home sales, fewer buyers making moves, fewer of all kinds of things, which is never good if you're a business owner in the real estate world. Well, we are now more than midway through 2024, and we are starting now to see, or not even starting, we're actually seeing great signs of improvement for you if you're a home buyer or a home seller. So about 30 days ago, we started to see a little bit of downturn in interest rates. We were hovering at 7 to 7.2% for a really long time. We dip under 7% briefly. We get to like 6.8, 6.92 to get right back to 7.2 in sometimes a couple of hours. However, now with the beginning of August, and rumor has it that maybe rates will come down lower, maybe. We don't have a crystal ball, and I don't even want to bank on that because everything that we thought was going to come true in the last 2 years has not come true. No one that I collaborate with or the economists predicted that this higher interest rate would last as long as it has lasted. I am sharing a screen with you that I want you guys to pay attention to. This website, TriciaTurnerProperties.com, is formerly our independent brokerage where I was the broker owner for years, and we opted to dissolve that, and we are a team with under the real brokerage, Tricia Turner Group. However, we maintain our website, our SEO, and all of that. So because it's really cool, and I'm going to show you why we maintain it. So if you go to TriciaTurnerProperties.com, which is where I am right now, you go right here to resources, okay? Just hover on that. You're going to go right down to mortgage rates, okay? Click on that. Look what you're going to see. This is a real-time feed. So what does that mean? That means that the rates that you see, look at this, where my cursor is, average rate. Yes, they're subject to change. Yes, it depends on your credit worthiness. It depends on all your assets and so forth. And not every lender is going to honor these rates because, again, lenders all adhere to different guidelines. They have their own protocols. They have their own rate system and all of that stuff. We pull in an average of what we're seeing, and that is what gets programmed right in here on TriciaTurnerProperties.com, so you guys can be kept up to date with what is interest rates. You can go there every day and check it out. Here's what we're seeing. 30-year fixed. Look at this, 6.2. Look at 15-year in the fives. 30-year FHA in the fives. ARMs, ARMs still good. An ARM, you guys, is nothing to be scary about. An ARM is an adjustable rate mortgage. It means that your rate would be fixed for the first 7 years in this situation. What does that mean? That means in 7 years, you've got to refinance, period. Or at the end of your 7-year term, you've got to refinance, period. Or your rate's going to go. 5, same thing. Your ARM is fixed, adjustable rate mortgage, fixed for the first 5 years. Both of those rates are good. You can also buy down the rate. So this is not rates that are being bought down. These are rates today. And so when you're looking at buying right now, they tell you that if you can save a whole 1%, a whole percent from where rates were previously, number one, it's a good time for a refi. And number two, it's a great time to buy. So when rates were at 8% a year ago, a little less than a year ago, then they hovered at 7 to 7.2% for almost 12 months straight. Just a little bit of dips here in and there at like 6.8, 6.7, 6.9. So here I'm showing you 5.5 to 6.2. If you're a buyer and you're not out there buying a house right now, you are crazy. You're not a serious buyer because we don't know how long rates are going to stay down. We don't know if rates are going to come down any further. I can tell you that those rates are absolutely crazy. I can tell you that if you're a seller and you're living in a home that you don't love anymore, or it's big, huge house and you're an empty nester, or you're going through a divorce and you're still living with your ex significant other, but you're sharing the house because you don't want to give up on that 3.2% interest rate. Rates are better. They're better. You don't have to live like that. So if you're wondering what the rates are and you want to play with these things yourself, we built this website so it's user friendly. It's one of the most user friendly sites you're ever going to find. And you're going to be able to go on here and look at your rates and use it as a guide. I'm not a financial advisor. I was a loan officer for 6 years previously before being a real estate broker. So I will tell you that this is a really neat tool. What you can do, you look at the rates here. If you want to figure out your monthly payment, you go right here to your home price, type that in, type in your down payment amount. You can do by the percentage, you can do it by the amount, however you want. Go right here to whatever rate term you choose, 5-year ARM, 7-year ARM, 15-year fix, FHA, whatever. Go in here and plug in your interest rate based on what you see as the average, and it will tell you your estimated monthly payment. Your principal and interest will be calculated based off of the information that you put here. However, homeowners insurance, property taxes, those are all variables. They'll go up and down every year, not down. They usually will go up every year. So they're variables. So you can change those, and they're dependent on the house that you choose, dependent on the community that you choose, the county, all of those things. If there are HOA fees, they're not calculated into your monthly payment. But if you wanted to see what the actual cost monthly was, you could throw in your HOA fees here. But for you to get a rough estimate of what you can afford right now or what you're comfortable with, go right here, TriciaTurnerProperties.com. Look at the average of the rates for today, plug in your numbers here, and then call us. I have a team of about 50 agents. We are under Real Brokerage. We have another expansion team called Team Thrive Global, whereas we are not only looking to partner with other teams, other top producers, other individual agents across the nation, because we believe that we're better together. And we believe that when we're informed, you're informed, whether you're a consumer, an agent, a broker, a top producer. My passion is to help you guys. My motto has been, since I opened my brokerage years ago, was driven by passion, inspired by people, truth. So TriciaTurnerProperties.com. It's a website that we don't push out, but I'm going to share it with you guys today because in this day and age where we are with rates changing and now changing for the better, it's important that you know what you can afford. I am Tricia Turner. If you would like to know what your home is worth, definitely reach out to me or one of our agents. They are all skilled at a high level and trained to be your market expert. Have an amazing day.